Hi everybody, welcome back to Living Our American Dream. My name is Matt. You can see behind me here, I've got a trailer full of lumber, and this is another part of that cabin project that I've been waiting for quite a while, and we're gonna build a deck on it today. So stick around, it's gonna be fun. I don't know, go see. Gonna be based off the first one. Make sure you get some of it. We want any water that does get here, we don't want it to settle here. I think it's loose. Pick it up. You gotta be powerful. Drop it in the center. You know, Uncle Dan stood every one of them in there by hand. So we definitely back a little bit. This one.
8 foot what and a half?
8 foot 1.5.
That's it.
Pretty much right there. All right, everybody, we worked until we had no light yesterday, but we did get all the posts put in. Let's flip this thing around and show you today's plan. So I think we can knock this out in one day. The intention here, you can see I have 4 posts up there that are cut off at the level that I wanted, and you see it in the video, and then 2 posts that are tall. In future plans, I'm gonna run a header along the building and then angle down from there with a steel rooftop out to these, and again I'll run a header between these two 14-foot posts, and then I'll be able to have a covered roof out here. But the plan for today, we're gonna box this thing in and get this deck installed. It's important to show you how I designed this. If I stand right here, you can see as these 2 boards line up, that one still sticks out farther. So the intention is to have the carrier beam ride on top of that center post and lag bolt to the outside of these, and the other carrier beam is going to ride right on top of these 3, which are pretty much in a straight row here. And I've got brackets here that sit on top of the posts that your carrier beam screws into, and then from there we're going to span those carrier beams are going to be 2x10s. Then we're going to span with the 2x8s that are behind Michael in that pile right there, and we're going to use those joist hangers here. And then I've got some stair treads somewhere we'll put on, and then these 2x6s here will be my treads for the stringers. I meant to say I have stringers. And then here's the decking. So yep, Mark's got the stringers right there, 4-step stringer, so we should be in good shape. Let's get to work. Sit it on top of that and against this. It should be pretty close somewhere in here to balancing. This, sit something on, we want it. Yep, all over. All right, so we've leveled up this beam right here and tacked it in on each side with just a deck screw for now. We'll add the lag bolts here in just shortly. But what I wanted to show you guys were these brackets that I alluded to earlier. So the way that these work, you're supposed to use them in pairs. So they go right over top of a 2x6. And you put them down in there where they go. And what that'll do is allow you a place to tack on to the beam and the post, and gives you a connection here that keeps this from moving laterally. The post is what's going to have your vertical load carried. The bracket is going to keep you from moving side to side. Now I can tell you, if Mike follows me over to the RTV, if you're building a large deck, these brackets would be used like this, okay? So they're made to be used two together, and you can space them however much you need. If you're using two 2x, that would be about like this, 3 2x for your beams, you know, and so on. In my case, this is a small deck. This is only an 8x10 deck. So I'm using 2 of these, but instead of running this way, I only have 1 beam carrier, so I have to run them this way to get my 1.5 inches. So not really a big deal, but I thought I would point that out, that this is the normal way that you would use these. So we're gonna go 8 foot, and that 1/2 inch is gonna be. All right, so what we're doing right here is not really what I originally had planned, but we need to do so. So I took a scrap piece out of my stair stringers, and I'm going to space out this beam from this post 1.5 inches. The reason that I'm doing that is I have 1.5 inches to spare here, and on the back side I'm barely catching that post by only about half the beam, and I would really like to have that entire beam carrier sit on the post. So we're going to space this out accordingly, and then we'll get back to you. So with the spacers on, what that does is it moves us flush here, but that'll bring that beam on the back side out farther away from the building, which will put the beam carrier, or the carrier beam, more centered on the posts. So that's why I did that. This is not ideal. If you're building a deck, try not to have to do this. Big lag bolts. nubbin in, and that'll hold that there for you. Okay? You see what I just did?
Yeah.
You don't gotta do both. Just tack one side and it'll hold you there. But you have to be tight here. Look, under here, you have to be tight. Okay? Screws have to go in straight in the board. I don't want them like kitty wampus and goofy, because you want to cross as much grain as possible. Okay? 3 in there, and then these are actually made to go in at an angle for nailing. And the best way to nail it is to stand on this side if you're right-handed. Give me that nail. Let's just stand on this side here.
And nail towards you.
And nail in. Stand up on the deck. Does it hold you?
Yeah.
We're doing good then. Down here with some stuff.
I put these 2 in right here.
Yep,
Same.
you can go there. And I'm bending
these
this
ones
to
good?
be. I'm bending this to be straight.
Can I use these ones?
You can use those ones. Start right here. Straight up and down. Drive it in. See? That's okay. Leave it.
Must have been right.
There you go. 16. Here, I'm sticking over about a half an inch, right? So you don't want to come right here. You want to come in a little ways on that last one. Okay? So I'm just going to tack all these in place, and then you can run the rest of the screws. Wooden sidewalk to finish it.
Because we don't have chips.
Yeah, I like to have wood chips all the way around this, so when you walk up, you'll be on chips, and then you can kind of